Jujutsu Kaisen's Gojo was completely humiliated by Sukuna. Here's why Sukuna just landed a devastating blow on Gojo in Jujutsu Kaisen, which may seem impossible given Gojo's powers, but it actually makes sense. The latest chapter of Jujutsu Kaisen showed Sukuna landing a major blow on the seemingly untouchable Gojo. But there's actually a good explanation for this blow that's easy to miss. Although many of the techniques and battles in the series involve the complex workings of cursed energy, mangaka Gege Akutami always makes sure that these fights can be understood on a very technical level. This level of precision and care both gives readers a clear grasp of why Sukuna was able to penetrate Gojo's cursed technique, and makes the blow even more satisfying despite the dire consequences it may have for Jujutsu Kaisen's heroes. Much of Chapter 225 features the climax of Gojo and Sukuna's battle, with both opening their domain expansions. While it initially seems like an even fight, Yuji notes that Gojo has previously implied that the sure hit attack of an enemy's domain expansion would be able to hit him. Of course, this would require Sukuna to trap Gojo in their domain expansion, which is difficult given his will and large amounts of cursed energy. However, Sukuna's domain expansion isn't actually contained by barriers, which lets it exceed the limits of Gojo's domain expansion and attack it from the outside. This allows Sukuna to finally land a devastating attack against Gojo. Sukuna's devastating blow against Gojo in Jujutsu Kaisen makes sense. This is especially impressive given Gojo's normal near-invincibility outside of domain expansions. Gojo's inherited curse technique Limitless lets him use infinity to his advantage, preventing anything from touching him. He can also use this control of infinity to launch powerful, annihilating attacks and teleport. His additional cursed technique Six Eyes also lets him process his cursed energy incredibly efficiently, effectively granting him an unlimited amount of it. Gojo's domain expansion is also unreasonably powerful, able to overload an enemy's brain and let Gojo attack them at his leisure. Given all this, Gojo seems impossible to defeat, but Sukuna found a brilliant way to do it. Sukuna had previously been using a technique called domain amplification to try and neutralize Gojo's technique. The idea behind this is that Sukuna would generate a field of neutral energy that Gojo's technique would automatically spill energy into. It would have been cool to see Sukuna use this technique to win, especially because it prevents him from using other cursed techniques. But it is more satisfying to see Sukuna break through the outside of Gojo's domain. After all, the weakness of domain expansions from the outside was already established in Jujutsu Kaisen when Yuji broke into Mahito's to save Nanami. Understanding Jujutsu Kaisen's powers makes Gojo versus Sukuna better. While Jujutsu Kaisen's power system and fights can be incredibly confusing even when the techniques themselves aren't some of Shonen Jump's most ridiculous. Having a firm understanding of Jujutsu Kaisen's complex mechanics can also make seemingly impossible moments, like Sukuna landing an attack on Gojo, despite his limitless ability, more understandable. While the attack on Gojo was devastating, this likely isn't the end of his fight with Sukuna, which means that having a firm understanding of their fight is only going to be more important for Jujutsu Kaisen fans going forward. Thanks for watching.